Again, I keep trying to tell you, you just don't need to do this, but you do it anyway. I want to tell you about a danger that lurks behind the woman you are obsessed with. And that is this. The woman you're obsessed with may have sisters or a friend or two who are your worst enemy. They sit and dissect everything about you. They know what the first date was like, what you tried to get away with, how far you got, whether you were any good at it. They know every little detail. And may I say, the other women take a very skeptical look at you, especially if they themselves do not have a boyfriend or a husband. It is only natural, I believe, when women are alone, they want all of their friends and their sisters and everybody to also be alone at the same time. Because it's my belief that most women hate each other and will do anything to sabotage each other, even under the guise of friendship or sisterhood or whatever. And you guys out there who are hoping to have a relationship with somebody, just remember, these women are your enemies. They are your enemies. There is no doubt. They are constantly working against you. Anything you say that in any way is perceived to be insensitive or mean, anything you say that's wrong, any perceived slight, any birthday or anniversary you forget, any gift you forget to hand out, whatever, they're keeping tabs on you. Remember that night when she said, "Don't worry about it, honey, it happens to everybody"? Remember that? When you forgot to pack the Viagra. You remember that night? Yeah, they know about that. Oh, yeah, they know. You know, all those times that you said to yourself, well, I don't care if she's having an orgasm, I'm having one. The girls know about that, too. And they are constantly on your case. Ever get the feeling when you walk into a room and your girl is there with her sisters or her female friends, they look at you like you just caught them talking about you? That's because they were. And it wasn't good. That is generally the case. And by the way, boys, my recommendation to you is don't try to suck up to these girls. This is a big mistake guys make. Do not try to suck up to these girls. Don't be offering to take them out on a date with you and your girl. Don't be offering to buy them dinner. Don't be offering to buy them drinks. Don't be smooching up to them. Don't do it. It's not going to help you at all. In my mind, the best thing you can possibly do is just leave her with her friends. Leave her with her sisters. Do not get involved. Do not socialize with them. Do not sit at the dinner table with them. Do not come over on holidays. You let her have her time with her sisters or her friends. And just know that what they're doing is they're talking about you. And if any of these pigs, any of these hogs, any of these homely individuals actually manage to snag a boyfriend, they'll also be talking about him and dissecting him. Trust me when I tell you. There's just no two ways about it. There was a time when I would date people and I would think it was a red flag if I didn't meet their friends or family. Now it's my rule. I will not meet your friends or family. I don't want to see them. I don't want to know them. You take whatever time you need to be with them. That's fine with me. I'll find something else to do while you're busy. Trust me. I have no interest, none, in meeting anybody close to you. I have no interest in seeing you and your friends sitting together at a table, all sitting there with their arms folded, waiting for you to buy them a drink. Ever face that? You ever walk in on 2 or 3 of the friends or the sisters, and they're looking at you like you ought to be doing something, like you ought to be offering to buy them dinner, or you ought to be buying them a drink? Just don't do it. Don't succumb to that. I tell you regularly on this show, the idea of living alone, enjoying what you have, not wasting money on broads, you just have no idea how good it can be. And unfortunately, most of you are going to have to put your hand over the flame to find out that it's hot. You'll do it several times before you come to the conclusion I've come to. My life has never been better. I've been living alone now for several years. And it has been great. Great. All right? But I know that most of you are going to end up doing it anyway and finding out the hard way of trying to ease the pain here. Stay away from her friends. Stay away from her sisters. Stay away from them. Stop worrying about what they're doing, what they're saying. Stop trying to kiss up to them. You're never going to be able to kiss up to them successfully. Just stay away. Makes sense, right?
They're listening to you going, damn straight, that's exactly right on. And then another side that says it's kind of sad that one can't build a relationship because they haven't succeeded at it. And I don't know. The stance I've taken, I'm married with 3 kids now, the stance I've finally taken is that you can. You can build relationships, and it can be better than anything else out there.
Well, it's like I always say, you could also jump off. What was the guy who fell out of, was it 46 stories or something like that? It was some ridiculous amount of stories. It was a story over the holidays. Some fellow fell out a window and survived. Now, it is possible to fall out of, let's say, a 16-story window and live. It's possible. Should we all jump?
That is an excellent analogy. I would say no, do not all jump. But at the same token, I was listening to you thinking he's right to an extent, all the hard times I've been through with my spouse. But here I look back 10 years ago when we got married, and I go, you know what? There's something to it. There's something so much better when you can make it work through all the crap that goes on. And
something great about winning Powerball, too.
You got away with words, and I don't know how to respond to all of them, but I don't think I'm the only one that's won the lottery, so to speak.
The number of people who win this lottery is getting less and less as the years go by.
I know. Why do you think that is?
Because, as I have always said on this program, you're only as loyal as your options.
Hey, well said. So it depends on if you're buck-toothed or not. And
well, not only that, but nowadays, women who used to be barefoot and pregnant in your home, they now go out to the office, and they tart themselves up to go into the office. Of course, they've got cell phones and pagers and 17 email addresses you don't know about, and MySpace and Facebook and any number of ways of encountering other people.
That makes sense. I truly, when you go from state to state, and I never realized this until about 5 years ago, there's different cultures everywhere. Here in our culture in Idaho, it's amazing. Around me, I see nothing but happy married people, and maybe it's a big facade, but myself, it's taken about 8 to 10 years to get it figured out somewhat, and couldn't be happier. So if analytically speaking,
I would never tell somebody, by the way, I would never tell somebody who's happy, oh, no, you're not happy. I mean, if you're happy, I think that's fantastic. But I'm sure divorce attorneys are doing land office business in Idaho like anywhere else.
And there is the other side of me that, like I say, about 5 years ago would have said, man, you are right on. But it's sad. I hope that those that think that way can find a way through it and be as happy as they can be with somebody who...
Well, the reality is you can be happy either way.
Amen, brother.
And the fact is that you're guaranteed to have yourself to be with. So the most important thing in life is to learn to be happy alone. If you're lucky enough to actually find a person and to be able to stand to listen to them 24/7, well, fantastic. But I say your whole life has to start with the building block of loving being alone. And then if you decide you want to be in a relationship of some kind, at least you've always got that fallback position if things don't work out. But most people I talk to are scared to death of their own shadow. They're scared to death of living alone, being alone, having people think they are alone.
I was just having this talk with my buddy because his wife is strangling him pretty much, not literally, nothing to speak of over the radio, but he says, man, I can't go anywhere without her asking where I'm going, and she's too dependent upon him. And I think that you get to the point where you can be independent first. Then you learn how to be interdependent, and that's where it gets really cool. But it's not good to be dependent upon one another.
Well, again, I'm perfectly happy being independent. I have been married and divorced. I like it this way. But if you're happy your way, fantastic. Thanks for the call, Brian. 1-800-5800-TOM.